Hey YouTubers and gamers, and I'm back, and it's as often it is, it's another pickup video. And I've got a bit of a mix of stuff really, not just games but a few game related merchandise as always. So this, without any further delay, let's get started. Got a bit of Wii U hardware, just getting it while it's cheap really. A Wii U Fit meters. I'm never going to use this. But normally these would have been about £20, but in Amazon they're reduced to £5 each, so I thought I'll get one just to add to the Wii U collection of hardware bits. Also, with Black Friday deals really, a lot of the stores are clearing out their Skylanders superchargers from last year. And what it was is that I was able to get the complete hardware sets again for the Wii with Bowser and also Donkey Kong for £10 each. Now I already got these cheap. I bought them about a few months back for about £15 each, which I'm going to keep in the collection, but I wanted some which I could open so I can use the amiibos. That's what they are, they're Skylander figures and amiibos. So you got the Bowser set, and what's clever is on the bottom you can change the chip from Amiibo chip to Skylander chip, which is a bit different. And also the same with Donkey Kong and his little Bow Blaster bike thing. It's the same, it can switch from chip to chip. So I wanted some Amiibos which I could have loose really, cheap really, that's the cheapest way of doing it. And also to have a copy of the hardware discs, because those figures you can only play them on the Nintendo games. You can't play them on the PlayStation version or the Xbox versions of that Skylanders games. And so, obviously, with those sets, I got the hardware. The software and the discs for games. So obviously, it's a Bowser edition of Skylanders Racing. And then also you got the Skylanders Superchargers as well here. So, I mean, I assume that there's a bit of a difference in the gameplay, because as you say, this is Superchargers Racing, so is it more, perhaps the Wii one's more of a racing game, where the Wii U one is the traditional Skylanders Superchargers. So I know you can also get this on the 3DS, and I will be getting a 3DS version of this, but obviously it is a bit of a different game really, I should imagine, to what's on the Wii U. So there's another reason to get, you know, this set as well as this set really, but the figures are compatible on both. So yeah, for £10 each I thought that wasn't too bad. And also that was in Toys R Us, but in Smiths they're getting rid of their figure packs. Now these would have been £25 when they were new, but they were reduced to £5 each. So I've got the Donkey Kong one and the Bowser one just to keep in the box, because I'm thinking, even though these, you know, these are Skylander figures, as they're amiibos as well, they might be quite sought after in the future, especially complete in box. I mean, loose, they will be sought after, because a lot of collectors or people, amiibo collectors especially, are just getting the sets just to get the figures and then selling the game off separately or whatever else. They just want the figures. But I think a lot of amiibo collectors, who are die hard, will want these as well in the set. So for £5 each I thought that was a bargain. They had quite a few in Smiths, so they had about another 4 of these, so I bought those and traded those in at CEX and just about doubled my money on those really. So that was a quick trade, which ended up paying for this lot really. So yep, they're wheeling and dealing. Okay, then on the Vita and Smiths as well, this was reduced to £15. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Very good game. And got a couple of History Channel games I hadn't had. There's Battle for Pacific. This was, I think this was £8 as a 3 for 2 deal, or whatever it was at game.co.uk. And I think this was £4, and it's a History Channel Legends of War, where you play as like Patton during World War II, and you sort of, you know, you play as a type, you know, a tank commander type thing. So that's the least common of the games, I would say. So I was happy to have that in the collection, especially at that price. Okay, one last PS3 game. The HD collections on the PS3s are definitely climbing in prices, and I still need to get the Jak and Daxter one, which is one of the most expensive ones to get. But I was able to get this Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD collection for £16 from Game.co.uk, which is good because a lot of places want over 20 for this, so that's a good deal. Okay, turn to PS4. Just for £12.99 from Smiths. Homefront Revolution, all new and sealed. And I got this in Game.co.uk. It's all complete. The DLC is actually on disc, and that is Dying Light: The Following. So that's the ultimate edition of that game to get. So that was about 18 quid. This next game I also got from Game.co.uk. But as the DLC is downloaded, it's not actually on a disc. Used copies of this game are not worth much. But I just wanted it anyway, even though I haven't got the DLC because it's been used. But I just wanted the game for a case more than anything else really. So that is Destiny The Collection. And I got that for £5 from Game.co.uk. So yeah, it's disappointing they didn't have that DLC on a disc. But that's how it is these days, unfortunately. So if you see one of these second hand anywhere, just be mindful that, you know, you're only guaranteed of having the first game, because the DLC could easily have been used. So don't pay through your nose for this unless you know for sure you have got all the DLC. So unless you're desperate for that DLC, you have to buy a new copy of that game to have it really. But I'm not that desperate for, you know, £5 would do me just to have that in the collection. Okay, last two PS4 games. I got these from Limited Run, and it's the two Shantae games. Risky Revenge Director's Cut, obviously it comes with a stickers and postcard, and Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Now these games, they have reversible covers, and the ones on these discs are the B-sides, you know, the uncommon side more than anything else really. So if you want to keep the game sealed, and you want to have a variant cover, these are ones to have. But obviously, if you open them up, you can just swap them around, and you know. So it's are they worth any more? Only to people who want them sealed more than anything else, really. People are happy to open them up. It's still the same game, and it's still the same sleeve. It's just the other way around more than anything else, really. So yeah, I got them from, you know, for retail from Limited Run. I've been quite lucky so far. I still got to get Oddworld though, without paying too much for it. And there's another Oddworld coming out on the Vita with Limited Run soon. So yeah, this is keeping up with all the releases really. But hopefully they'll release a few more games from the PlayStation Network which are on disc as well. Like what's that one? Everyone's Gone to. What's it called? Everyone's Gone to. What's the name of the place? I can't remember what it's called now. Oh god. No, I can't remember the name of that game. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. There's quite a few good games or cool games on the PlayStation Network that we'd like to see have a physical copy of. So hopefully Limited Run will turn to those at some point. And last but not least, I pulled a trigger. I had a sequel to this, which I showed in a few pickup videos back, and pulled a trigger on this. I got this game for £80 plus £15 shipping from France, so it's £95 in total. And for a PlayStation 1 game, that is quite high, obviously. But this is a game that I could have got for about 60 quid about 3 years ago, but now it's, you know, it's most people are asking over £100 for this game, so that's why I was quite happy to pay 95 quid, because it's still a little bit cheaper than the going rate, and it's all complete. Got it from you know, set in France, but it's all the you know, the English stroke European version, because it's like English and European languages on the back. And it obviously plays in English, and it's shown in the background. And that is the first Mega Man Legends game, which you can only get on a PS1. It's not being ported to any other system, so unless you want to play an emulated version of it, this is the only way to obtain a physical form of this game, which is probably why it's so expensive, really. But I just didn't want, you know, if I left it another 3 years, I'll probably have to pay £150 for this game. So, I don't, you know, it's just biting a bullet and pulling the trigger on those big price games and getting them before they do go up even higher. Because I can't see them going down, to be perfectly honest. If nothing else, especially with PlayStation, I'm sure they're going to get more expensive in time with PlayStation games. But anyway, that's it for now. That's all my pickups for this week. As always, look, guys, please like and subscribe. And by all means, ask any questions or leave comments. They're always appreciated. So thanks again, guys, and take care. Bye.